Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to day 854. Crack this. Don't make a dent in your soda can because that would, soda cans are very unstable. So if I'm messing with it and I'm not opening it the way I think I should, I am just scared of an explosion in general. Soda is surprisingly dangerous. There's lots of acid content. If you drink too much, it does like the nose thing, right? Where the gas comes out through your nose and you burp out of the wrong hole. You don't do that with anything else except for soda. I don't know why that is. I'm sure scientists everywhere would tell me it's carbonation or something. I just think it's pure evil. I think it's just a firestorm in my nasal passages. And that's why we got to be careful with soda. Handle it like a pulled grenade or a grenade with the pin pulled. With that said, that is what we will be using to choke down our paper today. So if I die, it's not the paper, it's the soda. New word. Was that already? I think, yeah, that was your previous catchphrase. It's going to get confusing as to whether or not you are referencing a past catchphrase of yours or if you are inventing a new one. I do make the decree on whether or not something is iconic enough. So weird how she does that. She only does that because she is excited that she's about to get walked, but she's already going to get walked, but she barks out of desperation even when it's already happening. Why? I reference a past one when I don't have a new one. Exactly. And I bet you thought I was going to flip the script on you and make that your new catchphrase, but no, you see. I'm trying to not just be more, I don't want to just deliver because, someone might, in the back of their minds, expect for me to adopt a new catchphrase when one least expects it. We are now traversing multiple layers of unpredictability. It comes with time, exactly. If I can't just deflate the value of a new catchphrase, we have to wait. I think we're going to stick with 6 or 7 or however many you got right now. That number will not advance until your brain marinates in its own spinal fluid, and it will come up with it just takes time. You just got to marinate to get a well-cooked steak. I don't think that's true. I don't think some chefs will tell me I'm wrong, but you get the idea. Okay. Today is weird, man. Today is really weird. Part of the day I felt so motivated. And then now I went to the dentist and they told me that my molars are flattening at a rate that is highly unusual for someone my age. And I just feel exhausted all of a sudden. I don't know. Maybe it's bright lights and some lady with a fucking little scope thing coming from their glasses poking a giant sharp object in my mouth. That may or may not. And the thing is that you can't make conversation with a dentist because they're fucking around with your mouth too. So there is no way to slide in and distract them. If they want to criticize your gums, there's nothing I can do. I can't even make like funny hand signs or anything like that because they're so focused. They're wearing the tunnel vision goggles. So I can't do anything. I'm trapped, and they're forced to criticize how much of a gum recession I'm going through. How are we doing, Caden? Oh, yeah, I was about to give my score. So we're going to stay 100% relevant right now and focused. I'm not going to fuck around and get distracted by the Midnight Ice Gatorade that's right over there. We're going to stay on point like I always do. What's today's score? Thank you for asking, Lance. So because of the inconsistencies, it really was a mixed trail mix bag. We had a couple of yummy peanuts with salt on them, but we also had a couple rotten raisins with mold on it. So I think all in all, in summation, there you go. That's my score. Don't tell my mom or anything, but I wanted to watch a movie of my choice, but she's absolutely insisting that we watch whatever the fuck White Lotus is. So I guess we're watching that. Movies and TV shows named after flowers, though. I don't have an entire, I guess, I'm not entirely opposed to that, I guess, but it's just, I think, Magnolia, and there was an episode of Peppa Pig called Daisies. So, there are some masterpieces there. Matey's a 9. Well, Matey, you're 100% optimist. So, you got into UCLA. Oh, okay, never mind. Now I trust that. Although, I don't know, you shouldn't be that happy that you're going into hell, I'm just fucking kidding. Maybe all I've heard from UCLA, every single time UCLA has been brought up, it is within a sentence that is pretty critical of the people there. So, but I mean, I am a different person from you, and I actually know you because we've been watching each other's streams for 5 years now. So knowing you, I think you're going to be okay. Have seen some of it's a whole other rich white people trapped together. They're funny, aren't they? I hope they do it good this time. I hope they do it better than the second Glass Onion movie, please. So thank you. I know. Cheers. Cheers to you fitting at UCLA, which is totally a compliment and not a diss at all. Not a underhanded diss. Okay, wait. I fucked that one up. Hold on. So fucking easy. That was called simple play acting, what you saw the first time. I do that just to make you think that I can falter when it comes to the act of paper reading, what, for the 854th time? And you really thought for a split second. Okay, let's actually get serious now, because this is all the shit that we have left. And I actually want to, like, just get on with my day so that I can... Because, I mean, I'm already late. I'm already late to this stream. And when I'm late to this stream, that is not even, but that's fine. When I'm late to the stream, I've already failed. So we're gonna try and break even by getting the stream done in a timely and professional manner. All right, easy. It's interesting. We're getting some some old friends we haven't seen in at least 3 weeks. Matey, Caden with a period at the end. I like how you still haven't changed your profile picture. I forget what that is. That's a monkey. Yeah. All right. That is a very Caden thing to do. Just the right amount of quirky, but also with just the right amount of professionalism. Light work, no reaction. I'm sure you're referencing your process watching White Lotus. Light work, no reaction. Great. Is it one of the white bread shows? Is it like, because everybody made a big hairy deal about Lost, and then I watched it and I'm just like, I don't know, it just seems like a bunch of melodrama and people whining about it. That's the same thing with Invincible, too. The first episode of Invincible should have been just a standalone movie, and that's it. Like, actually, you know what? Add some minor exposition and then have the first and last episode of Invincible be a standalone movie, right? That season was bookended by a lot of interesting stuff. And then they had all that stupid bullshit with that like black lady that he fell in love with. And their relationship was like so annoying, badly written, objectively unnecessary character and unnecessary storyline. And then the interesting stuff happens at the end. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of all that? I know you got to establish stakes and that this guy has a life, but you can do it with a lot less time and a lot less shenanigans than that and all that, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's so all those acronyms are your summation of White Lotus. I know I'm in for a rollicking time. I have no faith. I have no faith. Like when it comes to most serialized TV shows, the batting average is significantly lower than movies, which is why I'm just into movies right now. The best TV shows have are much more fulfilling than most, if not almost all of the best movies, right? But in order to maintain a successful TV show that runs for 5 or 6 seasons and doesn't get shit, like it is really a tightrope walk, right? I mean, you're balancing not fucking up the story, not having a cringy celebrity guest, or when Tony Hawk came into The Simpsons. That's a bad example, but you get the idea. And you're trying to everything has to be maintained pacing wise. The audience has to be. If you have one episode that loses a little bit of investment, your show is now on a downward trajectory towards jumping that shark. So for a show like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul to two of these shows made by the same creators, the only 2 shows made by these creators to walk that tightrope beautifully, you'd wonder how much of that's a fluke and how much of that is pure skill. It doesn't matter how skilled you are. Like even stuff like The Sopranos, and from what I've heard about Game of Thrones, supposedly the best shows made by the most skilled showrunners, you just one screw up and you've fallen off the tightrope. So for a show like Breaking Bad to exist, I just don't know how they do it. And then you have a show like Adventure Time that kind of cheats because there is a progressing story, but you know that the Pendleton Ward and all those other guys that came in later, the overrated presence of what is her name? I completely forgot her name, but she came in like halfway through the show and then everybody applauded her and she got her own show. Everybody made a big deal. She's talented, but and all the other fellas are talented. But here's the thing. That show only worked because they decided to become serialized for the last 3 seasons. The first 5 seasons, it was good, but it was low stakes. It was them screwing around. There are so many random subpar episodes. For a show like Succession or what's another show? There's literally another show I'm watching right now. Well, I'll just say a serialized show. Breaking Bad, right? All that stuff. One fucked up episode, one bad episode that makes a like subpar decision, the whole thing is called off. That's the thing. You need to keep momentum going with like those hyper serialized TV shows. So I mean, you're running an insane risk. That's what fascinates me about those TV shows. So whenever I'm being pitched a show and it's supposedly good, oh yeah, a show like The Bear, which I find like I find the hype around The Bear really confusing. It's supposedly a masterpiece right now, but all I'm seeing is mildly interesting melodrama and stuff that could you know what it looks like? You know when Snapchat made original TV shows? It has the production value, lighting, and presentation of a Snapchat TV show, but with good actors giving good performances. But that's not enough to keep me hooked. You know, and also there is this remix of an AC/DC song. I think it's Thunderstruck, and it plays for the entire show. And I don't know why they thought it was fucking epic to use that song, because that song kills the show for me every single time I see it. But people are talking about that show as if it is the best thing that is being produced right now. And I'm like, this is the best we have to offer right now? Are you kidding me? TV acting is terrible. Well, that's simply not. I mean, I'm saying that like with The Bear, the best aspect was the acting. I mean, you like the Jeremy Allen White guy, that guy kicks ass. That guy can act his way out of any paper or titanium laced bag, to use phraseology like that. But I think, I mean, and also, I mean, but people describe things like Breaking Bad and Succession and Better Call Saul like as movie shows. And what they mean by this, when at least when I talk to somebody about it, is that it's a TV show that's basically just a really long movie segmented into episodes. It's like, okay, so we're just saying that anything with good acting and good performances and a good story is all of a sudden a movie. So movie is kind of an insinuation of higher quality. So if it's just a TV show and not a movie show, that means it's just on average worse. Uh-oh. Oh, thanks. I already got my thing. I got my comp pay. This is them going, sorry, we're taking it away. We made a billing error. You're only supposed to get $20. Okay, let's see what this is. We have released a restraining order. I feel like, I don't know if it's a little dubious, showing this stuff on a live stream, but don't worry, you're not seeing shit. I'll read every word and every number out, though. Necessary prescription drugs? Hell yeah, I'll take that. All right, it's not about money, it's about drugs, which is like money, but better. Okay, let's speed up the whole thing. But anyways, people, whenever I talk to people about supposedly good TV shows, because I'm on the search for something at the quality level of Breaking Bad, and of course, my expectations have never been met, with the exception of Better Call Saul. Succession's okay, but it doesn't have those hooks that grab you immediately. The Sopranos is great, but it is a completely different type of show. It is borderline a non-serialized. Each episode has its own individual conflicts. It's really weird. It's almost like a episodic show disguised as a serialized show. Yes, characters carry over, but there is no arc. It's just angry Italian man for the entire show. His character doesn't really change. He supposedly experiences his kids growing up. They're kind of changing a little bit. Like, I guess his daughter hates him because he hates black people, or he saw Uncle Ben on a syrup bottle and he got angry, right? Those types of progressions kind of happen, but I call them faux progressions because I don't think they're real. Because if you look at how Tony is on episode 1, season 1, versus where he is at season 4, where I'm at right now, there better be some crazy changes and epiphanies he has in his life in the last 2 seasons, but I don't think so, because people are saying this show is consistently good, and it's not bad, but like it's one thing to see Walter White's transformation. Like to ask for every character or a protagonist, even in a TV show that goes on for a while, for many, many 60-minute episodes, that's a lot to ask. Too much to ask for every show. But Tony goes through, like, quite literally zero change. He recognizes the changes that happen with his family members and his environment and the people that died, but he's basically the same person. He is a fully baked pie. What the whole crux of Breaking Bad is about is watching him break bad. Remember, he is good, and the bad has not been broken by season 1, episode 1. By season 5, episode 16, the bad has been broken. You see that the change that I just described very eloquently. So I'm saying that like we're looking at complete opposite ends of the spectrum. We're just seeing Tony go through a mild inconvenience in dealing with annoying shit involving lovers who he irresponsibly associates himself with, or some random henchman that goes rogue and runs through the strip club with his cock out and then accidentally wanders into the wrong building into an elementary school, and then Tony has to take care of him. And then that's the end of the episode. Then it moves on to the next thing. Okay, well, what significance did that have to the whole story? And again, this is supposedly the best TV show ever that competes with Breaking Bad, but I'm just not, like, if I'm looking at it and like what I care about in a TV show, something's missing, you know? So, and it makes me realize like it's no one's fault either. It just makes me really appreciate what Breaking Bad is, because it is so insanely hard. Again, the guys who made Sopranos and X-Files and Succession and The Bear and I mean, even Loudermilk, like all these guys are very, very clearly talented, but it is such a insanely thin tightrope walk to make a serialized TV show work. And that's why it's so rare. I'm experiencing something with movies where most of the so-called well-known American classic movies are being used up. But for each decade, there's at least like maybe 5 to maybe 10, if I'm lucky, right? On the really good decades for movies, like the 70s and the 90s. But for TV shows per decade, ones that are actually really worth watching, I'm going to go with like 1 to 2 to 0 for most. Like if we're talking a TV show that has a full character arc over a series of episodes, like just the practical work you have to put in order to maintain a multi-season show with these character arcs. Like, keep note, if Breaking Bad had one episode that decreased viewer investment, they would be fucked. They would be so fucked because it's all a continuously flowing thing. For a movie, you can graph it all out. You're not improvising as you go. With most movies, you have the end in mind before you even write the beginning. And that's why most movies are relatively low risk. And movies are still very high risk. But with TV shows, it's so messed up because the people who were writing Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul were like, we had no idea how the show was going to end. For all we knew, it would have ended terribly, and this was the best season yet. And there was no way we could salvage it past this point. So every time we had a good season, we embraced it. I don't know how the hell they went through 11 seasons of show and didn't mess up for one episode, because every single episode of the show, they successfully kept audience investment going. I was told Game of Thrones couldn't do that. Even The Sopranos couldn't do that. The Bear couldn't do that. And these are shows made by the most talented people who could probably make a kick-ass movie, probably make classics. So these serialized TV shows are so much harder to make than even the best movies. I know I'm talking a lot to explain that simple point, but that's just interesting to me. So whenever I see a show like Breaking Bad, I really do appreciate it to a whole other degree. So, Brian, stop making Breaking Bad references. You keep talking about it, but that's why I just can't. That's why I can't stop talking about it. The probability of a show that good not getting messed up, having a full clean run without decreasing in quality. Bless you, Mom. Bless you once more. Are you third time's the charm? All right. But the odds of a show like that existing at a consistent level of quality, actually going up in quality per episode, that the likelihood of that happening per show is astronomically low. I mean, I could compare that to like a perfect MLB season for an MLB team. Like you could go through the heat death of the universe from the beginning of the universe in time, running through one season of baseball a year 10 times before you even come to close to a perfect MLB season. This is what the probability we're dealing with here. I don't think we're ever going to get a show like Breaking Bad again. I think that was it. So I'm going to keep rewatching it till I die. Thank you. We were in psychology and we were talking about how people have certain surgeries done where they actually give themselves brain damage so they can, it's like Eternal Sunshine. They forget actually, you know, that'd be a funny way to use that thing in Eternal Sunshine. You could forget a TV show that was really good so you could just watch it again and then go, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should try that. I should get brain surgery. Mom, does our healthcare insurance cover brain surgery to make me forget Breaking Bad? My mom says she's not sure. We'll figure it out. It'll be a great proposal to give to my doctors. Okay. Shameless, you mean the adjective or the movie? Or there's a TV show called Shameless. Seems like a TLC show. Oh, it is. 2011 drama. Dang, 94% loved the acting, according to Google Gemini Generative Experimental AI. Oscar-nominated actor William H. Macy, oh, he's pretty good, stars as Frank Gallagher, a single father of 6 who spends much of his free time drinking at bars. Now that's relatable. The Gallagher children takes a... Okay, yeah, so she's deadbeat dad. That sounds... Yeah, that could be a possibly miserable show, but I'm guessing they have a lot of fun in this show, so that means that it's a... Oh, I see. Yeah, that's his dad. There he is. He's partying. That seems like a show that'd be good for, like, 2 episodes. Oh, yeah, the guy, the Iron Claw bear guy's in it. Okay. I assume that's how he got his start. This is like 2011, so. Okay. Enough TV show talk. Let's finish this. All right. One more piece. This one. Thank you very much for watching. A bit of a short one, I know, but today's special. Possibly a pre-record. Actually, most likely a pre-recorded tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Midterms, things are acting up a little bit, and then I have a second midterm in 2 weeks. So just know I'm going to try and be as educated a person as possible so I can go on and talk about Breaking Bad again in the next stream. Education takes you so far. All right, last piece. Thank you very much for watching. Congrats, Matey, to getting into UCLA. Good luck. And I will see you tomorrow. That'll be day 855. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye and goodbye. The end. End stream. Goodbye.